All right, welcome everybody to Three Borders Sports Network, and welcome to the festivities tonight. And it is the 4th of July here at John Randall Field here at Chahinkaba Park. Again, we want to welcome everybody for joining Three Borders Sports Network. Welcome to our pregame show brought to you by Vaterstad. Welcome to our world of farm machinery, offering Wilrich, Concord, and Wishick branded farm machinery. Vaterstad, our pregame show sponsor. I'm Joe Schreiner. I'm joined here by Brian Watson, joining me here in the booth. B-Dub, thanks for coming on up today.
Joe, how we doing?
Happy 4th to you and your family.
Same to you, sir.
Yeah.
All festive and ready to go here today.
We have a nice crowd here on hand. Our biggest crowd of the year, obviously, for 4th of July. A nice festivity. Beautiful evening here on our pregame show brought to you by Vaterstad. Our starting lineups will be coming up to you here shortly as we're just about ready to begin the pregame festivities. And what I'm going to do, Brian, I will turn it over to you. We'll run a commercial, then I'll switch over and I'll keep my headset on. I'm going to do the pregame stuff here for the pregame festivities at John Randall Field. And
you want to go commercial now?
Go to commercial now, and then we'll come back, and then we'll do the starting lineups and the pregame festivities. And you'll have a lot of good stuff on the camera.
All right? Good. Yep.
Let's go to break.
Founded in 1972, Mindak Farmers Cooperative is owned by nearly 500 sugar beet growers and has a rich history of sweetening life in the Red River Valley. Join Mindak's team today. In addition to an excellent pay and benefit package, they are currently offering a $2,000 sign-on bonus for all full-time positions, which includes sugar loader, packager helper, extra gang, and yard person helper. Entry-level starting wage in the factory is $19.73 per hour. Apply online at mdf.coop/careers or contact Denise at 701-671-1338.
Since the inception of Vaterstad, the spirit of innovation has led the company. We push the limits, providing innovative and reliable seeding and tillage solutions that simplify everyday life for farmers. We continue to reimagine the capabilities and technology behind farm machinery, providing customers with a perfect emergence while maximizing their yields. We look forward to growing together.
Thrivent and Will Ulick provides clarity for where you are today, confidence for where you go tomorrow. Thrivent combines financial expertise with purpose-based planning to help you with where you are today and where you want to be tomorrow. At Thrivent, Will Ulick can help you address a variety of complex subjects to meet your unique wealth management needs, from retirement planning to investment management and estate planning. Thrivent, what are you invested in? Thrive with purpose. Thrivent and Will Ulick supports all area sports teams and wishes them the best of luck.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Then and down the road. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents.
Welcome to all baseball fans to beautiful John Randall Field here, located in Chahinkaba Park in Wahpeton, North Dakota. Happy Independence Day to all of you, and welcome to the 20th annual Breckenridge Wahpeton Legion baseball game here, held on the 4th of July. Yes, I said the 20th annual. We'd also like to welcome first on the scoreboard the visitors, Breckenridge Legion Post 53. And we'd like to welcome our home team on the scoreboard, your Wahpeton Legion Post number 20. Also, we'd like to say thank you tonight to Mindak Farmers Cooperative for once again sponsoring the Stars and Stripes Sweet Border Battle in honor of Mindak's 50th anniversary in 2022. They provided us with several gift bags to be given away during the game, so step on over to the concession stand and register your name. You're only eligible to win once, and we'll be calling names out throughout the game to give those gift bags away. Happy anniversary to Mindak Farmers Cooperative, and thanks for sponsoring this game. Thank you, Mindak, and happy anniversary. Next up, an update on some things before we get started with the festivities. The Wahpeton Baseball Association is hoping to make more improvements during the future. And as you can see, the new concession stand is nearing completion, and we'd like to thank all of the volunteers that have helped, including Matt, Bruce, and Evan Doctor, get this project off the ground. And of course, we need to pay tribute to the family of Jerry Shannon for making a memorial donation in his name to make this new concession stand possible. A plaque will be installed once the stand is complete and forever in the memory of Jerry Shannon. Thank you, doctors, and thank you, Shannon family. Just a quick note here before we get started with the introductions. You are welcome to go onto the field behind home plate and take pictures if you would like. Once again, if you're family members of the 2012 team or the other two respective Legion teams, you're certainly welcome to go out on the field and take some pictures out there. All right, it's important to the Wahpeton Baseball Association that we recognize the importance of our business partners and our fantastic volunteers to make this happen. Let's once again honor them with a nice round of applause. One more quick announcement for everyone. Please pay special attention. At the end of our national anthem, we will have a special treat for you tonight. Mr. Toby McPherson from Page, North Dakota, flying a P-51 Mustang, will be coming over the center field flag as Olivia Dodge finishes our national anthem. So keep an eye on that. That P-51 Mustang, folks, is one of 150 in existence in the world. One of 150. That World War II machine, there was 15,828 of them at one time, and Toby has one of the flying ones, and we appreciate him doing this, and special thanks to Madison Nelson Gear for arranging that for us. Let's give Toby and Madison a nice round of applause. So keep your eyes out for that, folks, after the national anthem is nearing completion. The 2012. And now, baseball fans, it's time to introduce a baseball team from Wahpeton's past, but still very much involved in the future of Wahpeton Post 20 baseball. The 2012 American Legion Central Plains Division II baseball champions, Post 20 from Wahpeton. Their 10th anniversary. While they're shaking hands with everybody, I'll just read through the bio here. The 2012 Wahpeton Post 20 baseball team finished the season with a record of 47 wins and 5 losses. Their 5 losses throughout the season were either to state champions or state runners-up. They were the first ever and the only North Dakota team to win the Division II Central Plains National Tournament for American Legion Baseball. In the Central Plains Division II tournament, they defeated Groton, South Dakota by a score of 4-3 in Game 1. In Game 2, they defeated Plato, Minnesota by a score of 1-0. In Game 3, Post 20 defeated Ely, Minnesota 6-4. After beating Wahpeton, Ely then dropped their next game to Plato 1-0. In Game 4, Post 20 bounced back to defeat Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin in a score of 9-4. In Game 5, Wahpeton defeated Plato, Minnesota for a second time in the tournament, 3-0. And that set up a winner-take-all game in which Post 20 versus Ely, Minnesota. Wahpeton trailed 1-0 entering the bottom of the 6th inning when Wahpeton scored 3 runs to take the lead in the 7th inning. The eventual winning pitcher for Post 20 and Central Plains Regional Tournament MVP, Jeremy Bonches, shut the door in the top of the 7th, and Post 20 claimed a 3-1 victory. I don't know about you, but that brought goosebumps back. Post 20 ended the season with a .359 team batting average, a team ERA of 1.82, and a team fielding percentage of .959. 12 players from the 2012 team went on to play college baseball as well. Post 20 this Post 20 team currently has 2 players on the team in active duty. Preston Cath, Technical Sergeant of the Air Force, Air National Guard 119th Wing, and Kelly Carney, who is unable to attend tonight. He's a Staff Sergeant 1 at 188th 88 North Dakota National Guard, Army National Guard Operation Noble Eagle, stationed in Washington, D.C., working counterterrorism. Let's give those guys a nice round of applause. And I know Kelly is watching in Washington, D.C., so Kelly, thank you. Players, as I call your name, please step forward and wave to the fans. Ryan Sheely. Jeremy Bonches. Preston Kath. Carson Miller. Cooper Kraus. Tyler Grippentrog. Seth Mead. Ethan Mead. Clay Bassingwaite. Travis Thomas. Kelly Carney, unable to be with us tonight. Aaron Menace. Cole Gillis, CG6. Alex Lunenberg, unable to be with us tonight. Nate Albright. Big Poppy. Cameron McNary. Spencer Edwardson. And believe it or not, the Bat Boys. Kurt, post 20 player, Caden Kappas. And Kurt, post 20 player, bad boy, Eli Kappas. Assistant coach, Brent Mickelson. Bus driver, Carl McPherson. And of course, the head coach of post 20 baseball, Chris Kappas. Congratulations again, once again, gentlemen. It brings back a lot of memories for all of us. And now, baseball fans, it's time for the starting lineups for tonight's games, beginning with the visitors on the scoreboard, Breckenridge, Legion post number 53, beginning with the reserves. Number 10, Nate Porter. Number 3, Peyton Christensen. Number 9, Chris Monday. Number 20, Eli Butts. Number 7, Jacob Kunkel. Number 8, Caleb Albertson. And number 15, Trey Vogelbacher. And now the starting lineup for Breckenridge. Batting first, wearing number 1, he's the shortstop, Cam Nito. Batting second at third base, wearing number 11, Colin Roberts. The pitcher, number 16, and batting third, Chris Nito. Batting fourth, first baseman, number 19, Dallin Ernst. Starting in left field and batting fifth, wearing number 6, Joey Conzemius. Starting at catcher, wearing number 22, batting sixth, Jackson Riggs. Batting seventh in right field, number 18, Zane Mickelson. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 5, Gavin Snyder. And batting ninth, starting in center field, wearing number 13, Alex Sanchez. The assistant coach for post 53, Ty Mickelson. Head coach, Chris Roberts. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the starting lineup for your Wahpeton Legion post number 20. Beginning first with the reserves. Number 10, Eli Kappas. Number 13, Nick Zock. Number 14, Skylar Blado. Number 15, Keegan Lynch. Number 23, Braxton Pauley. And now your starting lineups for the Wahpeton post 20. At shortstop, wearing number 5 and batting first, Caden Kappas. Batting second, wearing number 20, he starts in center field, Tori Ulick. Batting third, he's your starting catcher, wearing number 7, Jackson Fleeflet. Batting fourth, wearing number 9, the starting pitcher, Caden Hockert. Batting fifth, wearing number 11 at third base, Riley Timian. Batting sixth, at first base, wearing number 1, Josiah Hoffman. Batting seventh in left field, wearing number 2, Gavin Schroeder. Batting eighth in right field, number 6, Jaden King. And batting ninth, the second baseman, wearing number 8, Jack Rittenauer. The bat boy, Trayson Kappas. Assistant coaches, Mike Schroeder, Steve Hockert. Head coach, Chris Kappas. Our umpires for tonight's game, Dan Haugen behind the plate. Jeff Morrow will be on the bases. First, we will have 2 ceremonial first pitches prior to tonight's game and the national anthem. Representing the 2012 Central Plains champions and regional tournament MVP, Jeremy Bonches will throw out one of the first pitches tonight. Jeremy currently lives in Wahpeton and working at Smith Motors here in Wahpeton. Jeremy's going to be throwing out his first pitch to his post 20 catcher, Cooper Kraus. Oh, Jackson's going to catch it. Oh, Preston's first. Hold on, Preston's first, guys. You already threw. All right, then. I didn't see it. All right, Preston, wait for me to introduce you here, buddy. Throwing out our next first pitch, representing the military and currently serving our country, and 2012 champion Preston Kath. Preston has spent 10 years of service in the Air National Guard. His current squadron is the 119th Wing Civil Engineering Squadron. His current AFC title, Waters and Fuel Systems Maintenance Journeyman. Preston has been on one deployment for 7 months in Ali Al Salam Air Base in Kuwait. Preston is also a part of Operation Allied Refuge, the largest non-combat military airlift in U.S. history. Preston has also been on 2 deployments for training, one to Andersen Air Base in Guam, one to Ramstein Air Base in Germany. Preston, go ahead and throw your first pitch to Jackson. Okay, we're going to start the national anthem now. Thank you, guys. I didn't see that. I was busy reading the script. Sorry, JB. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, players and coaches, please rise and remove your headgear. Place your right hand over your heart as we honor America and our national anthem on this special Independence Day 2022. Let us never forget those who made the ultimate sacrifice and gave their lives so we may live free. We are grateful to the American military here and across the world, past and present, for their brave commitment to protect our families and our country. God bless America, and God bless our military. Please honor America as 2022 Wahpeton High School graduate Liv Dodge sings our national anthem from home plate. Well, there's your national anthem as Livy Dodge did a great thing here. We're still waiting for the flyover. I don't have any idea where he is, and everybody's kind of waiting for him to come flying over. And we're still waiting to see him come. The guys are all waiting.
Thank you, Olivia. And we're city is going to be here to fly over. We had it time, but we'll see.
You hear it? Or How about that? That was pretty cool.
How about that, Joe?
It was a little late, but timing isn't everything.
No, it isn't. It isn't. But well done.
Thank you, man.
Well done.
It was an awesome feat. It was just sadly about 60 seconds too late, but it all worked out good. So, Maddie, you tell Toby thank you very much. It was pretty cool. So,
Well, we're ahead of schedule for once, Joe.
well, that's true. We were. Well, my goodness, what a night here, and it's fun to recognize the 2012 team, the Central Plains Division champions that came out onto the field. I was busy reading the script there, buddy, and JB threw his first pitch before I even saw it.
Well, like I said, you got ahead of the schedule there. That's probably what threw you off there.
Yeah, it probably did. So but anyway, it all worked out, and Preston Cath currently serving for the military, and also another former player in the Kelly Carney is out in Washington, D.C. He's out there stationed right now. Thanks, Kelly. I know you're watching, and if you want to shoot us a text, you can certainly shoot us a text, and we'd certainly read it on the air for you. My phone number, Kelly, is 701-640-2619. 701-640-2619. That goes for anybody that wants to shoot us a text. And we'll certainly read it on the air if we can for you, or give you a shout-out. So, busy night here, JRF. Buddy, you want to take a quick 30-second break here, or do you want to just stay here?
Well,
we can stay here.
We can do whatever you want.
Well, let's stay here.
Let's stay here.
Yeah, we'll stay here. So your starting lineups were brought to you by Thrivent and Will Ulick. Thrivent, what are you invested in? Thrive with purpose. You heard me read through the starting lineups here for PA announcer Art Grocco. I did the pregame show, so thank you, everybody, for bearing with me on that. Our scoreboard sponsors brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance. And we just got a lot of stuff going on here, B-Dub, and I'm sure happy you're back in the saddle again here tonight.
Great day for baseball.
It is.
Yeah, it turned out to be a nice night.
Beautiful night.
A little steamy this morning.
Yep.
I won't say I was on the golf course. My wife took me out on the golf course. I always appreciate that. My wife takes me out on the golf course.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, it was her birthday. You were supposed to take her out a couple days ago.
Well, we took her out on the lake.
Oh, you did?
So, yeah, it was
okay.
good. It was a good weekend. A good family weekend. Her family was in town all last week and had some time off. So
awesome.
She has the whole summer off, of course.
Yeah,
but,
she does.
You know, but no, it's good. It's good. It's a good night. And, like I said, pretty steamy this morning, but cooling down. And I think it's going to be a great night for baseball.
It is going to be a great night for baseball.
Not only a great night for baseball, a great night for fireworks. How about that?
Yeah, that'll be coming up here shortly, too, after the game. So first pitch here is swung on and fouled back. And that first pitch was at 8:09 p.m. So we're about 9 minutes late. That's all right. It's going to be a nice night, period. So big crowd down the first baseline, Coach.
Yeah, a lot of people down here for the annual game. And it's going to be a good baseball game between two teams that just separate by the river. We like that.
We like that. Cam Nito's up for Breckenridge here, post 53, the shortstop. He's facing Caden Hawkert, 1-1, and the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Home plate umpire again, Dan Haugen. On the bases, Jeff Morrow. Whew. Looks like we got a bit of a breeze blowing left to right. Hawkert delivers just low for a ball. It's 2-2.
Yeah, just a light breeze out there. A little bit different than what we've seen a few games out here.
Yeah.
John Randall with the wind really whipping. And also over in Breckenridge at Cowboy Field, the wind whipping over there.
Little breaking pitch from Caden Hawkert. Catches Cam Nito on strikes. It's going to bring up Colin Roberts. Colin Roberts, the third baseman tonight for post 53.
It's a good start for Caden Hawkert. We've seen him have some slow starts, but it's nice to see him start right away with the strikeout and see if he can get going early here and not have to come back.
So 1 out on the board. Swung on and missed. Hawkert delivers 1 at the knees. Yeah, John Randall, we had about a half-inch of rain last night, B-Dub, and John Randall had a few puddles we had to chase off the field this morning.
It looks like Chad's done a good job out there.
Come on, man, I was there.
In good shape. Yeah, I guess you were out there too.
And Grant.
So we'll give the grounds crew a hats off.
Yeah, it was really wet under home plate for some reason. The tarp, it really got wet under there. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. It's 1-2. So, yeah, we had to do a lot of work at home plate and off to the side on the third base slide. There was some water puddles. But we're ready to go, man. We played a 4 o'clock game here, and the B Legion won.
Looks great.
Yeah. Just a little bit low. It's 2-2.
Yeah, fastball low there. Came in it hard. Almost overthrew that one.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, a gorgeous night here at John Randall. Hawkert delivers just outside. It's 3-2. Wahpeton Daily News, Red River Human Services, City of Wahpeton, Three Rivers Crisis Center, Digital Guru, First Community Credit Union. Don't forget Gripper Sports. We got them too. We're going to have a guest here in a couple innings.
Yeah, I know that guy too.
Do you? And that one's high for ball 4. So
yeah.
Hockert walks Roberts.
I guess he had a little bit to do with that 2012.
He might have had something to do with that 2012 championship. Yeah.
So that's kind of nice to see those guys out on the field too, have them back in town.
Yep.
Some of them still in town, but nice to get a whole host of them together.
Yeah. Brent Mickelson will be joining us here in a couple innings, and Brent will be sharing his thoughts about the 2012 championship. That boy has got a great baseball mind.
We tell him, though, when he comes up here.
What?
He's not getting paid.
No, he's not getting paid. Chris Nito is up at the plate. A bit too high on that breaking pitch there from Caden Hockert.
He better bring some popcorn, too.
I'll bet he...
You bring popcorn?
He might not have.
No.
That's a given when you're talking to Watson up here in the booth. Swung on, fouled back into the net, and it's 1-1. Nice crowd. Go ahead.
No. Just post 53 with a runner on early here.
1 ball, 1 strike to Chris Nito. We know Chris can hit the ball hard. Hockert with a quick move to first base can do that. And again, he tries the breaking pitch, and it goes too far outside. It's 2-1. It could be a little bit of nerves here, too. In the 4th of July game, your rival, a big crowd here on hand to John Randall. Could be a little bit of nerves there to start with.
You know what, I always say that if you're not nervous, you're not ready.
There you go.
You got to have some butterflies.
Swinging at the high fastball was Chris Nito, and it's 2-2.
Got to have some of those butterflies to get going.
Permanent seating underneath the grandstand, I would say, is near 100%.
We're at capacity.
Yep. Good crowd down the first baseline. Nice crowd down the third. Swung on, popped up to the first base side. Hoffman giving chase toward the dugout. Backs up a couple steps and makes the catch as it took him back a little bit. And Hoffman retires Nito on the foul ball out.
Yeah, he looks like he lost that one a little bit kind of late and had to go backwards to get it. But good catch there in foul territory, just outside our camera shots there.
Yeah, it's going to bring up big Dallin Ernst. Dallin Ernst steps up to the plate here. He's playing first base tonight. He also does some pitching for post 53. Got 2 outs on the board. Roberts getting his lead at first. Hockert brings it home at the knees. Strike 1 to big Dallin Ernst. So that thing's probably waist high to me.
Yeah, Dallin stands about 6'6" out there.
It's a big strike zone.
He is a big target.
Hockert set to deliver the 0-1 pitch. That one's in the dirt, and it gets away, and there goes Roberts down to second on the wild pitch.
Yeah, you want to be careful here with 2 outs. Now that runner moves over in the scoring position. We haven't seen post 20 make a lot of mistakes.
No.
But I'm sure post 53, if they get the opportunity, they'll take advantage of those.
Absolutely. And we've seen post 53, not only through Legion, but also through high school, so we're familiar with these young men, too. And that one's fouled away off of Jackson Fleeflet, and he's going to take a minute.
It's kind of nice to do a game where we're familiar with most of the players, Joe.
Yeah. I almost don't have to look at my rosters. I can call everybody by name just looking at them.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of the biggest crowds I think I've seen here at the 4th of July at the beginning of the game. Toward the end of the game, as Jackson's still working off the injury.
Yeah, I think, people want to come down. They want to see the changes at John Randall. You got the new concession stand down here, the grandstand. Just a lot of changes at the ballpark. And what a better way to come out and check it out here on the 4th of July.
Looks like it caught him right on the shoulder, right on the end of the shoulder. He keeps rubbing his right shoulder. Or his right shoulder.
I'll shake it off.
Center field camera angle for you. Yes, Caden Hockert sets on the 1-2 pitch to Dallin Ernst. Breaking pitch, and Fleeflet drops it, but he tosses it down to Hoffman in time to retire Dallin Ernst. So that retires the side, but they strand 1 on a walk there to Colin Roberts. 4 up, 3 down. We're going to the bottom of the first here on Three Borders Sports Network. On the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard, Breckenridge 0, Wahpeton coming to bat.
Since the inception of Vaderstadt, the The spirit of innovation has led the company. We push the limits, providing innovative and reliable seeding and tillage solutions that simplify everyday life for farmers. We continue to reimagine the capabilities and technology behind farm machinery, providing customers with a perfect emergence while maximizing their yields. We look forward to growing together.
Thrivent and Will Ulick provides clarity for where you are today, confidence for where you go tomorrow. Thrivent combines financial expertise with purpose-based planning to help you with where you are today and where you want to be tomorrow. At Thrivent, Will Ulick can help you address a variety of complex subjects to meet your unique wealth management needs, from retirement planning to investment management and estate planning. Thrivent, what are you invested in? Thrive with purpose. Thrivent and Will Ulick supports all area sports teams and wishes them the best of luck.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Then and down the road. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents.
Welcome back to John Randall Field here at Three Borders Sports Network as Chris Nito is finishing his warm-up tosses to Jackson Riggs, his catcher. Again, behind the plate, Dan Haugen. On the bases, Jeff Morrow are your umpires here for the game tonight. Again, it's just one game here. It's the annual Stars and Strikes Sweet Border Battle brought to you by Mindak Farmers Cooperative. That's why it's called the Stars and Strikes Sweet, get it, Sweet Border Battle.
Oh, there we go.
Sugar.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything is all laid out for
They're giving away some gift bags here for everybody tonight, about 20 of them. Yes, Caden Kappas steps up to the plate here. It's shortstop for Wahpeton. Little speedster facing Chris Nito, and he'll pull that one down the third base line for a base hit. He got on it, turned on it, Brian, and pulled it right down the line.
Well, I guess he saw something that he liked right there, right away on the first pitch, pulled it right through the hole, and makes his way down the first base. Now we'll see if they stay status quo and see if he is aggressive on the base pads here, tries to move over second base.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Coach Kappas wants to do that. Maybe he'll have Torrey try to lay one down, and I see coming into third base there, Roberts sneaking in a little bit, coming into the edge of the grass because he's seen Torrey play ball too.
There's a little scouting that's going on.
Oh, you bet there is.
Cap is trying to get a good lead over there at first.
And the pitch, Torrey Ulick offered it, and he caught the corner for a strike. Don't know if he offered or if it was a call strike, but it was either way, it's a strike.
Yeah, it was down the middle too, Joe.
Yeah.
Now let's see if he stays with it or if he decides to swing away here.
0-1 to Torrey. Kappa stays at plate at first. Goes outside for a ball. It's 1-1. What do you think of the powder blues, buddy?
I like that.
Pants now, too.
Pants, just it looks good.
I'm going to give a big secret away.
What's that?
Caps are on order.
Really?
Baby blue caps.
Just going to go full baby blue, huh?
Yep.
I like it. I might have to order myself one.
Yep. I got one. It's hanging up behind us. That one caught the corner on the outside to Torrey. He shakes his head in disagreement, but you're not going to change the umpire's mind. It's 1-2.
Bit of a wide strike zone to start out here. But you know what, Joe? Consistently, we've kind of seen that all season.
Yep.
You know, that outside strike. Doesn't matter which side of the plate it's on.
Right. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Torrey. He's got to protect. And the pitch, Chris Nito trying to nibble that corner
go
again.
Right back at it.
It's 2-2.
Yeah, good decision there. Try and go right back at it. See if you can get him a look at another one. Just missed outside.
PA announcer Art Grocco, scoreboard keeper tonight, Kevin Lynch. There goes Kappas, and a swing there by Ulick, so Kappas will get the second easy. Ulick beats that one out, and an overthrow. Down to first, Kappas is wheeling hard. He's going to come all the way around and score the first run of the game.
How about that, Joe? Well, you think it's going to be a routine ground out. Ends up being a double on the overthrow and scores a run.
Yeah, Cam Nito charged that one, and he knew he had to hurry because Ulick screaming down the line there. and he just threw it a little bit wide. Ernst couldn't come up with it, and it allowed Kappas to score all the way from first, even though he was already on the get-go on the swing.
Yeah, just a perfect hit and run, Joe, and executed well there by Wahpeton. Just a miscue by post 53 that allows the run to score.
All right, that's going to bring up to the plate Jackson Fleeflet, and the guys were taking batting practice, Brian, on the field before 7 o'clock here, and this young man hit some bombs along with Josiah Hoffman over that left field wall.
He's got some power, Joe, and he's just a complete ball player. He's great behind the plate, but he can certainly hit for power, but he can also just lay it out there whenever he needs to.
So the 1 no strike pitch to Jackson, swung on, and he'll fist that one off to the right field side for a base hit, and it's going to roll in the gap. Coming home to score is going to be Ulick. Going to second is Fleeflet, and he'll slide in, getting that powder blue all dirty.
Like I said, Joe, he can hit for power, and he can just lay it out there whenever he needs to, and he lays one perfectly out there to right center, right in the gap, and slides in there for a double and brings in the run.
He fisted her off his handle and put it out that way, and it was just in between Sanchez and Mickelson out and right. And that's going to bring up Caden Hockert, the pitcher. He's happy now. He's got a 2-run lead. He's going to look to see if he can increase that lead.
That ball scooted through that hole, almost like it had some top spin on it when it hit the ground, just scooted up the alley.
Caden Hockert, the pitcher for Wahpeton, facing Chris Nito. Left to right in the outfield for Breckenridge, Conzemius, Sanchez, and Mickelson. Third to first is Roberts, Cam Nito, Snyder, and Ernst. Again, your catcher is Jackson Riggs, the pitcher, Chris Nito. And the pitch swung on, fouled out of play over the first base side. Somebody's going to get a free treat. Concession stand's open now tonight, B-Dub.
Oh, there we go.
So it wasn't open all week. We had 3 home games here this last week.
Well, you had to get ready for tonight, I think.
Yeah.
I think there'll be a lot of youngsters going after those foul balls.
Yep.
See if they can get over there and get themselves a nice little treat.
Yep. 1-1 to Caden Hockert. Nobody out. Fleeflet at second base. Outside for a ball. It's 2-1.
Nobody out here. Let's see if post 20 can move these runners around. Runner in scoring position. Post 53 need to get that first out going.
The 2-1 pitch from Chris Nito. Right back up the middle. Nito got his glove on it, but over to pick it up and throw it over to first base was Snyder to Ernst. What a play there. That was basically 1-4-3 put out.
Yeah, just went into defense mode there,
yeah.
Joe. Just had that ball came right off the bat. Nito put his glove up as a reaction. Had a chance to catch it, just bounced off, and Snyder there to pick it up. Snyder was going one way, had to come back to get it. He started to go up the middle and able to get the first out of the inning. But it also moves Fleeflet over to third base. Chris
Nito with good reaction time there, B-Dub, and just knocked it down so that it was not it could have went through through center field as Riley Timian's at the plate. What I was trying to say is if Nito wouldn't have hit that down, that would have gone through to center field for another base hit.
Yeah, that would have been a base hit out to center field, no problem.
Yep. So Snyder was able to pick it up off the deflection and get it over to Dallin Ernst for the out. So 1 out here for Wahpeton. Riley Timian at the plate, the third baseman. Comes up high for a ball. I think a lot of the Breckenridge folks sit over on the first base side.
This place is just jam-packed.
It is.
Joe.
It's crazy, isn't it? We're not even getting close to dark yet. So nice crowd for the game. Comes up high for a ball.
Yeah, you can see behind home plate there. Not very many empty seats.
Nope. Yeah, the grandstand area is full. Not a lot of empty seats down there. 2-1 to Riley. That one's inside. Riggs does a good job to block it, keep it in front of him. Keeping Fleeflet at third base. Yeah, they were, Post 20 was taking batting practice on the field with the new turtle, Brian, and it was quite a display there of some power from the boys. Interesting to watch. They put on a show, so to speak.
I like to get in that mode, you got that new batting cage down here, and then get a real pregame feel, almost if you're like at the big league ballpark.
Exactly.
So, and,
exactly.
When you get on that stage, sometimes you want to show off a little bit.
Seeing what. Speaking of that, here comes Josiah Hoffman. Like I said, he hit 3 bombs in a row. over the left field wall in batting practice. Now, that's batting practice, I know, but
that just lets you know that he can do it, Joe.
Yep. That one fouled off to first street. So it's 0-1.
It just knows, it lets you know that he can do it, and if he gets the right one, there's a possibility that he could send it over the wall.
Yep. See, some of your Lady Huskies are here too.
I've seen a few of
some
them down there.
Former Lady Huskies?
Yeah, I saw a former one that we'd like to have back, and Lydia Model down there too.
Is she here too? Oh,
I
that's
think
cool.
I did see her down there.
Swung on and missed, strike two.
Her family moved up north to Rolla.
That's nice that she came back for the fourth. I saw Addie Unchuck over there too.
Now we're going back. That's an OG. That's an original. She is one of the originals. Went to state in 2013.
That was a good team too. The pitch and hits Hoffman in the left hip. So we're going to have bases loaded here on the hit by pitch. Don't forget, folks, here at the top of the second, we're going to have Brent Mickelson, assistant coach for the 2012 championship team, joining us for a little chat.
Now we'll see if Nito can recover here after this hit by pitch. It looks like Coach Roberts is going to come out and have a little chat with them.
Okay, we'll take that as a Carlson Family Insurance Mound Visit, located on 2nd Avenue, downtown Wahpeton. Carlson Family Insurance works for the customers, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their number one goal. Stop and see Eric and the crew on 2nd Avenue. Hey, I got a couple shout-outs I want to give here quick. Joel Lisney, awesome camera work, guys, and thanks for bringing us the Twin Towns summer tradition, Joel and Roseanne. So thanks, Joel and Roseanne, for sending us a text message.
Yeah, we appreciate those guys tuning in. They seem to always be watching Three Border Sports Network.
Happy 4th from Vicky Glander. Let's play some baseball. Good luck to both teams from Vicky and Fargo. Thank you, Vicky. Appreciate that.
Vicky, a noted Lady Huskies fan,
yes,
too, as well.
Is. I got a couple more I got to read here, too, but we'll get to it here shortly. As I got to introduce Gavin Schroeder at the plate. Comes up high for a ball. And you want to shoot me a text message here during this 4th of July celebration, we'd sure be happy to give you that shout-out, 701-640-2619. And that one hits Gavin, and post 20 gets a free run.
Yeah, that's tough, Joe. Bases loaded, and you give him one there. And that one just got away from Nito. He's just got to settle down. That's two. And let's see if he can regroup here.
Now coming to the plate.
I'm sure that's not what Chris Roberts told him to do when he went out to the...
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no.
So that's going to bring up Jaden King now. Jaden spent most of last week on the injured reserve list, if you will, with concussion protocol. He did show up Friday night and pitched a few innings, in fact.
Yeah, Jaden's got a big arm, and he's shown that he also has a big bat.
He's like me. Well, I didn't say I've got the big bat, but I was a left-handed thrower, but I was a right-handed hitter, and Jaden's the same way. And a save there by Riggs.
Yeah, Riggs behind the plate there, good young catcher. Be a freshman here going into the school year.
Yep.
Doing a nice job behind the plate. Able to save one there.
And if you didn't get my phone number, I'll give it to you again here. Get your pen and paper ready. 701-640-2619. Swung on and missed. It's 2-1 now to Jaden.
Yeah, Nito continuing to throw hard. He's just got to get his control, and a nice pitch there.
Carly and Karen Kappas. Happy 4th, they say. And thanks for always tuning in.
Regular viewers again. We like that.
They're on Three Borders. They're on Red River Communications Channel 125, which we're on tonight. I'm recording it tonight, too, by the way.
Are you?
On 125.
Go back and find all my errors.
Well, I'll just listen to how goofy I was sometimes. 3-1, bases loaded. 1 out. Jaden King at the plate. Takes outside for ball 4. So not the first inning that, not the first inning happening the way that Post 53 and Chris Roberts wanted to happen here. As he's got 4 runs now across the plate for Wahpeton as they've batted 9 hitters. And we got another mound visit. So that's the second mound visit. The Carlson Family Insurance mound visit is the second one by Chris Roberts. Customer service and satisfaction is their number one goal. Carlson Family Insurance will be right back with our OSPTI call to the pen right after this.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto owner's insurance provider. At Carlson Family Insurance, they work for their clients, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their number one goal. Give Carlson Family Insurance a call for all of your personal, farm, business, and crop insurance needs. 701-672-6002 or at cfiagency.com. Carlson Family Insurance, your auto owner's insurance agent.
OSPTI has been the therapy clinic of choice for over 15 years here in the southern Red River Valley. At OSPTI, they strive to have the most up-to-date treatment options available with their hands-on method to decrease your symptoms and ensure quality care. Their motto at OSPTI, we strive to meet your goals. Locally owned on 5th Street North in Breckenridge. OSPTI.
Founded in 1972, Mindak Farmers Cooperative is owned by nearly 500 sugar beet growers and has a rich history of sweetening life in the Red River Valley. Join Mindak's team today. In addition to an excellent pay and benefit package, they are currently offering a $2,000 sign-on bonus for all full-time positions, which includes sugar loader, packager helper, extra gang, and yard person helper. Entry-level starting wage in the factory is $19.73 per hour. Apply online at mdf.coop/careers or contact Denise at 701-671-1338.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to Three Borders Sports Network and our Call to the Pen, brought to you by OSPTI, your therapy clinic of choice, with locations in Fergus Falls, Hankinson, and, of course, in Breckenridge. Your Call to the Pen, brought to you by OSPTI, and that's going to be a needle for needle. So Cam is going to come in and pitch for Chris. Chris heads over to third base, and that means Colin Roberts will move over to shortstop.
Yeah, we'll see if the law firm of Nito and Nito can get out of this inning here. And they'll see if Cam can come in and help his brother Chris out here.
Chris Nito over at third base there talking to Coach Kappas. Of course, he played for Coach Kappas over at NDSCS.
Yeah, that's correct. That's right.
So they were over there talking a little bit, and I'm sure Chris was offering words of encouragement.
Just both of these teams just real familiar with each other, Joe.
Yep. It's just the way it is in today's world with all the social media and everything, as Jack Rittenauer steps up to the plate, the second baseman, with bases loaded and one out. Corners are in for Breckenridge. As that one's low and in the dirt, and a good stop by Riggs. It's one ball.
Now Breck's going to have to try and get themselves out of this inning, see if they can turn a double play and get out. One out.
That one sails up over the head of Riggs, and scooting home in a hurry is Hoffman on the wild pitch.
So another miscue there by post 53. Cam just trying to get loose. That first one just got away from him.
Yep.
And post 20 able to tackle another run. Now 5-0 here in the bottom of the first.
Schroeder moves up to third. King now standing at second base. And I mentioned Jaden King's, that's low for ball 3. Jaden King's injury, he had a concussion protocol. He got hit in the helmet at a tournament in Perham. He actually went up and batted one more time after that, and probably shouldn't have. And then he sat out most of the week last week. He sat out 5 of the 6 games last week.
Yeah, that's one of those where I'm good, coach, let me go. And then, you get up there and you figure out that maybe you need to sit down.
Didn't feel so good, yep.
You never want to come out, but better to try and take care of it early so something doesn't happen where it lingers.
Yep. 3-1 pitch. Call strike on the corner. Jack thought it might have been ball 4, but it wasn't, so Jack's going to look at another one. Happy 4th of July from the Beavers. And they are from Zumbrota. So, Beaver family, thank you. Colby says hi. Well, hi back, Colby. As Rittenauer gets the free pass, and the bases are loaded once again. And we've got the top of the order coming up with Caden Kappas, who singled in his first at bat and scored right down the third baseline.
Well, we'll see what happens here. Caden's been hot at the plate, too, as well this season. He took the first pitch of the game right between third and short.
Now one's inside.
Inside on the knees, has to move back there. And now for post 53, I mean, it's just a matter of trying to throw strikes and see if you can let the defense work for you.
And the pitch just above the letters. It's 2-0. There's a nice picture there. I'll show you this one. My son, Evan, watching with the fire going in the backyard. He's got the TV on the deck.
There we go. Like that,
Strike
Evan.
one. Here, Mick, you'd like to see that. Evan's out there in the backyard watching post 20. And Evan, a former post 20 player, played for Coach Brent Mickelson as well, and Coach Kappas. Fouled back into the net, 2-2. So yeah, Evan and Wyatt and Abby cheering on post 20 from Dilworth, Minnesota.
Get Three Border Sports Network out there on the deck. A couple adult beverages.
Oh, I'm sure there's at least one out there, maybe two. 2-2 with one out, bases loaded to Caden Kappas. Cam Nito on the hill. The pitch fouled back to the pads. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wayne and Mary Kappas enjoying the game and the pregame show. They appreciated everything. Brought back some great memories. Wayne and Mary, thank you for tuning in.
That one's going to be
out of play. Into the fan. Oh, a fan made a great catch down there. I don't know who he was, but he caught that ball in the air. See him in the blue T-shirt down there?
There he is down there. Yeah. Give that man a door prize.
Get that man something. Sign him up. 2-2 pitch. Kappas pulls that one to the left side. Coming in for it is Konzemius.
Oh, he overran
and he overran it. I don't know if he lost it in the sun there, buddy, or what happened. He overran it. He might have been just in that little spot of sun and just might have missed it.
Yeah, you can kind of see just, right at the shortstop there on the grass, you can kind of see the shadow in the sun.
Yeah.
And I think maybe he did lose that for a second and just totally overran it and had to go back for it. Now it falls right behind him.
So again, another run scores here for Wahpeton. Still just one out as Tori Ulick steps up to the plate again. First at bat for Tori, he reached on an error. It was an overthrow at first base.
Bring your dog to the ballpark today.
Yeah, dog ball day. Yeah, bring your dog to the ballpark. Strike one, 1-1.
Looks like a nice husky, Joe.
It did look like a husky,
That's
didn't
right.
it? Yeah. Ulick pulls that one through the first base side for a base hit, and everybody moves up a base.
Yeah, just a CNI single there. Gavin Snyder tried to lay out for that one, and just over his outstretched glove for the base hit and the RBI.
So again, everybody moves up, and then scoring now is Jaden King. That means Rittenauer standing at third, Kappas at second, and Ulick with the single, the RBI single, at first base. It's going to bring up Jackson Fleeflet. Doubled and scored in his first at bat. Cam Nito on the mound. Swung on a miss by Fleeflet.
Yeah, Fleetfoot fought one off into the right field gap there. We had talked about his power, and then he lays down a nice base hit. Kid plays a lot of baseball, Joe.
Yes, he does. And that one's a wild pitch, and Jack's going to come home, and he's in time. And scores run number 8. And the other two runners move up 90 feet. So Fleeflet's still at the plate here. It's 1-1 count to Jackson with one out. Don't forget, folks, we got Brent Mickelson coming up here in the top of the second. He's going to visit with us a little bit. He knows Wayne and Mary Kappas very well.
He knows a lot of people.
He is somebody.
Yeah. He knows almost as many people as you do, but it's a close one. That's for sure.
Fleeflet pulls that one to Roberts at short, gets it over to Ernst in time, but the run will score. So Kappas comes across the plate, so an RBI ground out there for Fleeflet. And a nice play from Colin Roberts.
Yeah, good to get that second out, Joe. Now just got to get one more here to get out of the inning and see if you can get your bats going. Wahpeton certainly having the bats going early here. 9 runs here in the first inning.
So Hockert ripped one up the middle there, and it was off the glove of Chris Nito. Ended up into the hands of Gavin Snyder, and he threw out Hockert. So it was a 1-4-3 putout. If you want to send a text on this 4th of July, you certainly can do that. 701-640-2619. 701-640-2619. Just wanted to give a shout out to the Nito brothers and Coach Kappas for a 4th of July game. A former NDSCS player, Trevor Etzity from Shiprock, New Mexico.
There we go.
Thanks for watching, Trevor. Appreciate it. Trevor Etzity. I think we covered a game or two of him.
Yep, Trevor doing a good job for the Wildcats.
So, two-hopper down to Dallin Ernst at first. He'll smother it and get over to retire Caden Hockert and the Wahpeton Post 20 team, but not before they score 9 runs here in the bottom of the first. We're going to go to the top of the second on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge 0, Wahpeton 9. Don't forget, Brent Mickelson will be joining us right after this.
Although Digital Guru is known for computer sales and repair, did you know we also install audio and video equipment for your home or business? We install a range of security systems, including cameras and door access control. Digital Guru also offers next-generation cybersecurity, providing 24/7 monitoring and protection from today's ever-increasing cyber attacks. For more information on the services we provide, call Digital Guru or visit our website today.
Red River Human Services Foundation provides services to people with disabilities, which enhances their quality of lives and enable them to live, work, and develop relationships in their communities. Red River Human Services Foundation has multiple direct support professional positions available in their Wahpeton, Fargo, and West Fargo locations. Job opportunities include flexible scheduling, competitive wages, on-site paid training, and life experience. Voted #1 place to work for the past 5 years. Join their team and apply online at www.rrhsf.org. Red River Human Services Foundation supports all local area sports activities and wishes everyone the best of luck.
Welcome back to Three Borders Sports Network and John Randall Field here. We're going to the top of the second, and it's a 9-0 lead for Wahpeton here over Breckenridge. Jumping out to a big lead here in the top of the first, or in the bottom of the first. And we are now joined here in the top of the second by assistant coach of the team that was honored tonight in their 10-year anniversary, Brent Mickelson. Mick, thanks for joining us, buddy.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming on here and spending some time with us. Let me introduce here first, and we'll get going here with you in a second. Joey Konzemius, the left fielder, steps up to the plate here to face Caden Hockert here in the top of the second. Hockert delivers strike one. So, Coach, has it been fun getting back together with the guys and spending some time with them?
Been lots of fun to see the familiar faces and getting together with them in person instead of we've been doing a lot of Facebook. I see them on Facebook a lot, but good to get together and hear some stories. And
1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, because probably some of the last times you hung out with these guys, they were all under 21 and. I just fall back into the net. Count goes 1-2 to Konzemius. So these guys were underage. So today, this afternoon, they might be having a few adult beverages and having a good time and opening up a little bit.
They are. They're having a good time. They're with their significant others. Some are married.
Yeah,
a couple of them got some kids. It's good to see. There's some great kids, and I call them kids, but they're young adults now. And it's really good to see them again.
Yeah, it's still kids, and. I know Joey Konzemius is out on strikes there, brings up Jackson Riggs, the catcher here now to face Caden Hockert in the top of the second. As Hockert sets to deliver inside for a ball. It's 1-0. So, yeah, it's and I know you're keeping up with these guys on Facebook too, Coach, but, just to see some of these guys, how they've grown through the 10 years, that championship team, that's high for ball too. And now they've got kids. They've got significant others. Some of them are already married. And, there's a lot of things going on and a lot of changes.
Yep.
So fun.
Yep. And we as coaches, I know Chris said it many times, and I think you've been at some of the banquets at the end of the years where the baseball happens on the field a lot, but a lot of times is what ends up happening is these kids are great kids and great. It's going to be fun to watch them grow up, and they are growing up now. And
it's a 4-pitch walk to Riggs, and now up is going to be Zane Mickelson. And it was fun. I went out there during the B Legion game when they defeated Fairmont earlier, and I was out there talking to the guys and just shook their hands. Good to see those guys again. Yep. Just a fun atmosphere out there in left field.
Yep.
They're over in the Optimus shelter, spending some time over there, and I think they had a grill going too. They had
Yep.
So they had a good time out there, and I'm sure they're enjoying the night.
shout out to the guys that aren't here, and
go ahead.
like Ethan and Seth and those guys, and Kelly Carney, and who else am I missing?
I don't think Cameron was here.
Cameron wasn't here.
Cameron McNary, yep.
Some of these guys couldn't show up, but it was talking about them and, reminiscing old stories and stuff. And we were talking about some, some of these guys had roles, and some of them had bigger roles than others. And it was a great team atmosphere of all the time, and it's fun to watch them grow up. And actually, Joe, you were on one of the first teams that one of the first teams that me and Chris coached.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, shout out to Evan. I saw you said he's watching out here, and we said it at the first year. Evan and Trevor, that were the first seniors there.
Trevor Thiele,
we had a tough season, but you know what? It builds every year. They got better and better and worked together. And I follow Chris quite a bit in this team still. And you know what? This team that's playing right now reminds me a lot of our team. I mean, there's a lot of good baseball players, but they're also good players. Good people.
Yep, exactly, Chris, or Brent. That's what Chris likes to instill in these kids: is not only go out there and have fun, try to win your baseball games, but be a good, responsible person.
Yep.
That's huge for Coach Kappas. We got another Mound Visit here, brought to you by Carlson Family Insurance, located on 2nd Avenue, downtown Wahpeton. Carlson Family Insurance works for the customers, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their number one goal. Yeah, and sure, Chris goes to go out there to talk to Caden. He's got a 9-run lead, but he's just going out there to settle the young man down, isn't he?
Yep. Just need to throw strikes at this time. I mean, it's a big lead, and you just want to focus, let them get some hits here and there, but walks will hurt you no matter what. You don't want them to get back into this game here.
All right, so some people are probably wondering out there, Mick, what are you doing out there right now?
So I am actually up in Fargo, Moorhead area. I'm living in West Fargo, and then at DGF schools, I'm doing some IT work. I've been in IT for about 20 years, and then also doing a little assistant baseball coach at DGF for the high school. I'm an assistant to Bill Eibach, who's been coaching quite a bit up in the Fargo, Moorhead area, and is having a good time. So
there's a little bunt down there, and that's picked up by Huckert over to first base, but the runners advance 90 feet there as Riggs goes to third. Mickelson to second. Gavin Snyder is retired on the sacrifice bunt. It's one of the things that Coach Kappas and you used a lot too, Mick, was the small ball.
Yeah, we did a lot of that, and we do a lot of that at DGF too, and it wins you baseball games, especially when it gets to be tournament time.
Yep. Alex Sanchez steps up to the plate. Pitch comes up high for a ball.
One thing that I remember is when Kappas was actually, Caden and Eli were young, and he actually was talking about this day 10 years later, coming to watch Caden and Eli play when they were little guys, and they weren't ready. They were playing Pee-wee Little League ball and stuff. Like that. It's just really fun to get back with the guys today and reminisce and see them all, and see what they're doing and where they're at. And a couple of them are way out of state. Edwardson Spencer is actually in Tennessee right now.
Is that where he is?
He's out in Knoxville.
Wow.
It's good to see him come up. I mean,
that was
he's
nice
able to do it, and he had some time off this week, so good to see him. And
2-2, 2 outs to Alex Sanchez. Runners at second and third. Swung out and missed. Strike 3, and the side is retired, but they strand 2. And we're going to go to the bottom of the second here. On the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard, Breckenridge 0, Wahpeton 9. Stay with us. Mick will be back with us for the next half inning. We'll be right back after this.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million given to Casasa members last year. Dana wanted us to hire a marching band. Amanda thought that we should drop 2 million balloons. And Kevin always wants to use the money gun. Steve thought, well, what if we just said it?
Last year, First Community Credit Union gave $2 million in Casasa rewards.
Join in the celebration with your Casasa account and start earning your money back today.
know that we serve nearly 1,500 square miles across North Dakota and Minnesota? Or that we've been around for over 60 years? How about that we've got 3,000 miles of fiber optics powering one of the best networks in the region? The best part? We're a cooperative. That means we're continually reinvesting in our communities to make them better than ever. We are Red River Communications. We've been recognized as a leader for helping our communities be great places to live and work. To find out how we're helping connect our communities, visit redrivercom.com/connecting.
Well, we got some defensive changes here in our call to the pen, brought to you by OSPTI with your therapy clinic of choice, with locations in Fergus Falls, Hankinson, and of course in Breckenridge. And now pitching is going to be Gavin Snyder for post 53. Joey Konzemius moves over to take his spot in at second base. I think Alex Sanchez moves to left field, and it looks like Cam Nito went back out to his usual spot in center. Did I catch everything there, Brian?
Yeah, who did you have in right field?
Mickelson was in right.
Yep. And it does look like Sanchez is in left.
Okay. So I think we're set defensively. So it looks like Sanchez in left, Cam Nito in center, Mickelson in right. Nito, that's Chris, at third. It'll be Roberts back to short. Konzemius now at second, Ernst at first. Snyder pitching, Riggs doing the catching for post 53 here as we begin the bottom of the second, and leading off is going to be Caden Hockert. He's going to pull that one over to Roberts at short. He'll pick it up cleanly over to Ernst in plenty of time to retire Riley Timian.
Now I'm sure post 53 happy to get that first out early. See if they can have a quick inning here and then try and get something going at the plate.
So Timian retired 6-3. He's going to bring up Josiah Hoffman again. We're joined here in the booth by, as Hoffman pulls that one, and snow cone over there by Chris Nito over to Ernst in time. So quickly, 2 outs here on a shot by Hoffman.
Yeah, nice play at third over there by Chris Nito. Able to stab that one. Plenty of time, making a good throw to get the out. So 2 outs now quickly here for post 50.
I don't even get a chance to ask Brent another question.
You better get him in quick here.
3 pitches maybe?
We might have to ask him again.
I was pretty sure that Kappas probably gave him
We can mix those in somewhere, Art. You can mix those in somewhere.
I think he might have got a take sign there.
Yeah, he wants to slow his hitters down a little bit, I would think, to give his pitcher a rest in between innings. So Mick, again, and this I'm going to put you on the spot maybe with this question here. Your favorite memory of that 2012 team? Was it that tournament? Was it the Central Plains tournament, state tournament? I think you guys come in second in the state tournament that year. But going to the Central Plains, which was hosted here, and then winning it at home in a dog pile. I remember seeing that picture yet with the Meade boys. And what your favorite memory of that crew? I should have told you I was going to ask you that question.
And that's fine. Actually, I got that dog pile picture. I actually won that at that auction for the baseball benefit. I actually have that in my house.
Oh, cool.
So, and blowing up. So it's it's good memories. I'll tell you right now, I mean, and I've said this to kids too, is you don't remember the baseball so much. You remember the times that you spent with them, the bus rides.
All straight through.
We're talking about whist games and things like that we played with the kids. So just the overall friendship and just the memories of the great kids that we worked with. So
yeah, we'll keep it here, Brian, and we'll have time for commercials here in a few minutes. But we want to talk to Brent before we let him go. And like you said, just the friendships and the things and just going out there. I know Chris wasn't able to spend all afternoon with you guys out there. I think you guys started around 4 or 5 o'clock today. But just to be able to have that friendship, and you're gonna know these guys till the day you die.
Yep. And there's times that there's times in tournaments and stuff you remember certain things. I remember JB throwing a lot of pitches, which you wouldn't do in today's game.
Right.
And things like
you
that.
were counting innings then, but not pitches. Right.
Yep. And Clay's hit to the right field there in that Eli game and bounced up and it was just a wicked bounce and John Randall bounce that we got on that, And I know the other thing that reminded me is, we were struggling to hit a little bit in that regional tournament, and Kappas looks at me about, I think it's Saturday and stuff, and we weren't hitting. He goes, "You go coach third for a while," and I
changed
it up a little bit.
I'll be darned.
I
remember that.
And I mean, Kappas has done a great job with all these teams and everything, and it's how he prepares and how he looks ahead and stuff, and just.
How did you get to know Chris, and how did you decide you were going to coach with him?
So Chris and I.
Just before you get started here, Coach, will introduce Cam Needle coming to the plate here. He struck out in his first at bat. So how did you and Chris hook up there? How did you guys get together as coaches? Because you made a great tandem, the two of you. You were the first base coach, and you were kind of the calming of the waters, so to speak, as strike one.
Yep. So we both worked at the Circle of Nations, and we just got to be good friends, and he was going to put his name into the coaching. He was coaching at Breckenridge a few years before that, and he said, "Do you want to co-coach?" And I said, "Hey, I will be your assistant, but I don't want to be a co-coach." And he does a great job of organizing and being very ready and everything. And I was more, he'd get after the kids every once in a while, and you have to be, hey, this is what you're thinking, this is what signs you're missing, things like that, and I do that at DGF too, and it's just it's a fun gig. I'm not one of those organizers, so he does, but I mean that's how we got together. So
1-2 to Colin Roberts, and there's right back to Hockert on the mound. He's going to trot it over to Hoffman and give it an underhand toss, and Roberts is retired.
Up next for Breckenridge, the shortstop, number 11, Colin Roberts.
Sorry, I was scribbling in my book there and didn't paused on that. It says 1 out on the scoreboard, but there is 2 outs, right? Cam was out, right? Yeah. There should be 2 outs.
Yeah, 2 out.
2 outs on the scoreboard.
So they have you guys have the tournament here in a couple weeks here? Is the East Regional here?
Yeah, July. Wasn't Cam Needle up first?
Cam was up first, it says 1 out.
Yeah, it's 2 outs, right? Well, where's Cam? All right. We're just trying to figure out if there's 1 or 2 outs. I think Cam Needle got out, didn't he? I didn't record it in my book, but.
Number 11's up.
Yeah, that's Colin Robert. It is? Oh, okay. I was wrong. I'm sorry, guys. It's just 1 out. It's just 1 out. I was ahead in my scorebook. It's 1 out.
I was trying to figure out there was just one person up.
Yeah, I was 1 person ahead of my coloring book. So
all right.
That's where I was too busy talking to Mick.
Yeah.
Now there's 2 outs. So don't change the outs this time, Kevin. As Kappas makes the catch.
Now there's 2 outs.
Now there's 2 outs.
I called that before.
Yeah.
Now there's 2 outs. That was my fault, Kevin. Sorry about that. All right, Mick, and we're going to let you go here in the end of the half inning here. But again, thanks for coming up, buddy. And it's always great to see you. And anytime you want to come up here and get on the air with Brian and I, Brian, and
you can have my job if you want.
No.
You asked him if he wanted to do the board, but he wouldn't do it.
I know. We tried to get over here to work. It's all right though.
Thanks for everything you guys do. It's fun to watch the games on, if I can't make it up and stuff, but it's just you guys do a great job, and it's fun to have and fun for people that can't make it to the game. I know there's a bunch of people watching right now, so.
Yeah, we do. Looks like there was an equipment malfunction there for Jackson on his glove. 1 ball, no strikes here to Chris Needle. Yeah, I was one ahead in my scorebook here. I wrote down in the wrong spot, so that was my fault.
Great job with this ballpark too here.
Thanks, man. And there's a fly ball out, and Chris Needle is retired. 1-2-3 inning here for Breckenridge. On the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard, it's Breckenridge 0, Wahpeton 9. Coach, thanks again for coming up here. Anytime you want to come up and visit with Brian and I, you come on up, okay?
Sounds good.
Thanks.
All right, Brent Mickelson, assistant coach for the 2012 assistant team, the 2012 Central Plains Division II Central Plains champions, post 20. So, Brian, let's take a break, and we'll come back here after these messages here, right here on Three Borders Sports Network. Three Rivers Crisis Center is offering support to survivors of domestic violence, sexual violence, and child abuse in Richland County for now over 25 years. It's free and strictly confidential. 24/7 access to support and resources including counseling. Get help, identify abuse, plan for safety, support others, and get involved. Three Rivers Crisis Center's 24-hour crisis line is 701-642-2115.
Although Digital Guru is known for computer sales and repair, did you know we also install audio and video equipment for your home or business? We install a range of security systems, including cameras and door access control. Digital Guru also offers next-generation cybersecurity, providing 24/7 monitoring and protection from today's ever-increasing cyber attacks. For more information on the services we provide, call Digital Guru or visit our website today.
Oh my goodness, how about that? Three Borders Sports Network, I'm Joe Schreiner, Brian Watson. And we were just joined in the booth here by assistant coach Brent Mickelson, was up here and visited with us. Again, I know he and Evan were pretty good friends and still remain good friends, and he's a good friend of yours, and what just a great guy here.
Yeah, he's a good dude and knows his baseball too, Joe.
Oh, that is one smart individual.
He knows his baseball.
Yep.
And good for him to be back here, and also to have just the whole 2012 team here, those guys who could make it back to the ballpark and kind of reminisce and get together.
Yep.
And, I agree with what he said as far as in regards to Coach Kappas. It's about more than the baseball. It's about, we talk about it in basketball. You
do the same thing, but
we're learning, life lessons through basketball, but it's really about the journey of the season. Everybody wants to win and things like that, but it's really about what's happening during that season as a group.
Jaden King at the plate. Sorry, Brian. He fouls that one out. It's 0-2 to Jaden. So go ahead and finish your thought there, Coach.
No, I mean, that's just what it is. It's just about more than the sport, and it's about the relationships that you have and the memories that you make on and off the field. And those things can't be taken away from you, Joe.
Yeah,
we've got some teams, in basketball that have gone to the state tournament. Having been able to come home with the championship, I tell you what, the memory of making it to the state tournament and being at the state tournament, no one can take that memory away from you. It's something that you just keep forever.
Yep. And your Lady Huskies feel the same way, I'm sure. So it's just, and you coach that as well as King takes up high for ball two. It's 2-2, and just a great atmosphere. And then again here at John Randall Field, again, the crowd keeps filing in here and getting larger as we speak. King takes low for a ball. It's full. You can see out in the left field out there. I don't know if you can see it on camera very well, but the fireworks crew is getting ready as I see the fire truck going out past center field.
Yeah, it's just outside our shot there. Maybe as they move on to the football field, you might be able to see them there.
Ground ball to Roberts, over to Ernst. And Jaden King is retired 6'3". Nice play by Colin Roberts. He's had a couple of them there. Done well.
Yeah, Breck settled down here after that first inning where they gave up 9. They've settled down here the last couple innings. And Schneider doing a good job here so far.
Going to bring up the second baseman, Jack Rittenauer.
Up next, second baseman number 8, Jack Rittenauer.
So Rittenauer at the plate, takes outside for a ball. As Riggs pulls that one back in on the delivery from Gavin Snyder. A lot of golf carts here tonight, too.
Yeah.
Where's yours?
Mine's at home. I got use earlier today.
Rittenauer pops that one out to right, and Nito and giving chase was Mickelson, and Mickelson makes the grab. Kind of collided, but very lightly. I don't know if I'd run into Cam Nito very.
No, I wouldn't want to run into him either. He's well built, but Nito coming full speed, and Mickelson called him off there just at the last minute to make the catch.
Yep, it was a good call by Zane. It's going to bring up the top of the order. That's Caden Kappas. He's singled twice and scored twice, 2 for 2 on the night. That's called strike as the locals are starting their little fireworks shows.
There'll be lots of noise here later on this evening, Joe.
Yeah, our crowd mic will pick that up, I'm sure. Swung on and missed. Nice little breaking pitch there from Gavin Snyder. Runs the count to no balls and 2 strikes. A warm night. The flag's just barely fluttering. Here at John Randall Field. Snyder delivers. That's in the dirt. Gets away from Riggs. It's ball one. So nothing hurt on that pitch. Ethan Mead, listening and watching from Great Falls, Montana. Ethan Mead, shout out to the 2012 team and post 20. Wishing I could have been there to join in the festivities. Definitely bringing back memories playing down there and listening to your commentary of the game. Best wishes, Ethan Mead. Thank you, buddy. 2012 member. He and his brother Seth. There's a drive to center, going back and not able to catch up to it is Cam Nito. Kappas rounds first. He's heading for second. He'll get into second with a stand-up double.
Yeah, he gave that one a ride.
Yes, he did.
Nito's got wheels, and he was on his horse and just not able to run that thing down all the way out to the center field wall. And Kappas with an easy stand-up double.
Caden Kappas with a stand-up double. He's 3 for 3 on the night. He's going to bring up Tori Ulick. Reached on an error and got a base hit. 1 for 2. Yeah, Ethan and Seth Mead, that was quite a pair up the middle. Those two boys, short and second, and it was just fun to watch those two young men play when I was a big part of the team back in the day. Just watching them.
Yeah, I took
enjoying baseball.
I took in a lot of those games, Joe.
Did you? Popped up right behind second base, and the catch is made there by Roberts to retire Tori Ulick. We'll keep that thought there, buddy, and we'll come back after the break and we'll talk about it. We'll take a break here at the end of 3 innings of play. Wahpeton scored 9 runs in the first inning on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard, and then nothing but a bunch of zeros after that. We're going to the top of the 4th here on Three Borders Sports Network.
Since the inception of Vaderstadt, the spirit of innovation has led the company. We push the limits, providing innovative and reliable seating and tillage solutions that simplify everyday life for farmers. We continue to reimagine the capabilities and technology behind farm machinery, providing customers with a perfect emergence while maximizing their yields. We look forward to growing together.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Then and down the road. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents.
Welcome back to Three Borders Sports Network. I'm Joe Schreiner. Brian Watson is here with me, and it's been a busy night here at John Randall Field. Wahpeton scored 9 runs, Brian, in the bottom of the first, and everybody's been scoreless since.
Yeah, Breck's kind of settled down. They went through a couple pitchers. They started with Chris Nito, then moved over to Cam Nito, and Gavin Snyder coming in and settled everything down. And outside of that first inning, Breck's got everything under control. Wap threatened a little bit there in the last inning, and Breck able to shut him down. And now we'll see if they can get things going at the plate.
All right, so that's going to bring up big Dallin Ernst here coming up for Breckenridge. And I see Ryan Sheely stepping into the booth here. We'll get him set down, and we'll get him organized, and we'll get him on the air here shortly. As he brought up your water.
If he's going to bring items for me.
You want a chair, Ryan, or you want to stand?
He can step in anytime he wants.
You can, if you're more comfortable standing up there, I'll give you the headset here. You're not turned on yet, but that's fouled out of play to Dallin Ernst. It's 0-2, and we'll turn the mic on. We'll get it closer to you. There you go, buddy. I think this guy has had a headset on a few times or two.
A couple times. A couple hundred, actually, at this
Ryan
point.
Sheely, thanks a lot.
Good to see you, Joe. Thanks for having me.
Nice to see you, and again, a great time down there visiting with the guys as Dallin Ernst takes high for a ball. It's 1-2 to Big Dallin, as Caden Hockert here is going in the top of the 4th. Shield, what an event. Let's talk about that first here. What a time as Ernst has struck out swinging. It's going to bring up Joey Conzemius coming up after that, and he'll be up next. So, Shield, I mean, I had goosebumps walking out there, buddy, saying hi to all you guys and shaking your hands. And it had to be fun for you.
Oh, it was. And I was telling some of the guys earlier, too, I honestly haven't been back to the Legion Field since we won that game in 2012. So when you were kind of, giving the breakdown of what happened in that tournament, I remembered every single second of it. So it was really cool to kind of just play that back in the back of my mind. And it feels good to be back. Also feels good to be up 9-0 in the fourth. So that's always a positive.
On the 4th of July, it's a
right,
good thing.
Right.
Fouled out of play, and the count goes to 1-1 to Joey Konzemius. All right, Sheil, just give fans, first of all, before we get started talking about the 2012 team and everything like that, just let fans know what you're doing. I think you got some good stuff going on for Ryan Sheely.
I took an unusual path after college, I guess. I worked for a fitness equipment company. I started running the social media, and then I oddly landed myself with a media company called You Betcha. Yep, it's a social media channel. I'm sure a lot of people have seen it on Facebook, Instagram, wherever. And I was employee number 1 for them, and now we're up to 19 employees. We're putting food on the table for a lot of people, so
that's pretty cool.
It feels good, and being on social media.
Ground ball to Kappas goes under his glove, and that's a rare error for the shortstop here. As reaching on that one is going to be Joey Konzemius. Sorry, Ryan. There, I just wanted to make the call there on that one. It's going to bring up Jackson Riggs. So go on there, buddy.
Well, no, and you said I've had the headphones on a little bit in my time, and I have. We run a podcast. We've done a couple hundred episodes and broke the top 200 in all comedy podcasts across the charts, and it's pretty cool. So when I get the headphones on, I feel comfortable, talking to you guys, and it feels good to be back.
Well, I don't know. Have you ever met Brian Watson?
I have a couple times. Yeah.
Okay.
Good to see you again, Brian.
Anytime you want to bring something up for me, I'm happy about that.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
I brought him water.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So you're doing some podcasting and stuff, and that's very, very cool. So it's just fun. Like I was talking to Coach Mickelson here earlier. Is that strike one here to Jackson Riggs, 1-1. Talking to Coach Mickelson, and he's saying, over the 10 years, how you guys have all grown, and some of you guys got family going now, and you're married, I believe, now too as well.
Kid on the way in about 4 weeks.
In about 4 weeks, you got number 1 coming, right?
Yeah.
Number 1.
Yep.
Do we know, or are we saying is it a boy or a girl?
We don't know yet. We don't know yet.
Don't want to know.
Ride. I know, exactly. Okay. So there's very few surprises in life, and we figured this would be one of them for us. So
good for you.
We're going to roll with it, and regardless, as long as it's a healthy baby, we're going to be happy.
Ooh.
So.
That one went up way high. It's 3-1. So good for you, and congratulations again. All right, Coach Ryan, let's talk about a little bit about the team itself. And I put Mick on the spot up here earlier when he was here. Favorite memory of that 2012 team? Was it the tournament? Drawing the walk there is Jackson Riggs. So now we got runners at first and second here for Breckenridge. Konzemius goes to second, Riggs at first, and Zane Mickelson comes to the plate. So just a favorite memory.
Yeah.
Was it the dog pile? I mean, Mick was talking. He's got that picture in his living room of you guys in the dog pile.
Well, it's tough to narrow down one memory because the group of guys that were playing, we had played together for we played together for probably 8 to 10 years before that. So there's a lot of memories in between.
True. Swung on a miss. It's strike 1 to Zane Mickelson. So, and then going back to the tournament, like you said, I was up here doing the PA stuff at that time, and I witnessed it, and I cried with you guys too.
I did too.
So, and I darn near teared up tonight here on the pickoff move to first. And
what was cool about that time was that that was a high moment of just about all of our lives. We got a bunch of 17, 18-year-olds who haven't been through a lot of life yet.
Yep.
And then you throw us in a situation like that, and where emotions are flying all over the place.
Oh my goodness!
Right?
Yep. That's popped up to right field, and giving chase to that one is Jaden King. He's going to get under it, make the catch. Tagging at second base is Konzemius, and the throw comes to second base. And runners at the corners here for Breck on the pop fly by Mickelson.
And I know, looking back at that memory too, Joe, it's like Coach Kappas pulled us into the clubhouse after the fact, and he said, "You guys, this is an unbelievable moment. I want you to soak it in, but." Also, 10 years from now, if this is still the best moment of your guys' career, something's wrong. You're going to go off, you're going to go to college, you're going to have great memories there.
That, huh?
You're going to have families, you're going to have so many more high moments in your life. I want you to soak this in for a while, but just know that there's a lot of good stuff coming on the horizon. And I think just seeing the group of guys down here and what we've all been able to accomplish in the last 10 years outside of the baseball field is pretty amazing.
It is pretty cool. Just to, again, for me, the goosebumps just going down and seeing all you guys again, and then just most of you guys I still connect with on Facebook. And it's just fun to see how you guys are growing. There's a ground ball base hit. Seeing I hit between short and third. for Gavin Snyder, and he gets an RBI single, and runners still at the corners. Runners at first and second.
I think one thing too, Joe, like I said, I haven't been back for, it'll be 10 years now.
Yep.
It's amazing how many things have changed, but it's also amazing how many things have stayed the same in a good, positive way.
Yeah.
You know, we still got you up in the booth.
Yeah, I'm here.
We still
doing
got
something.
Coach Kappas on the third baseline. A lot of renovations, a lot of cool stuff happening around John Randall, but when you walk into this ballpark, you get flooded with those memories that we had for so many years.
Oh, Eli Butts going to pinch hit here for Alex Sanchez. I'm guessing that Sanchez will probably come back in, but Eli Butts steps up to the plate here. It's Coach Roberts making a pinch hitting change here. One run across here for Breckenridge in the top of the fourth. It's 1-9 on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard. Low for a ball to Eli. Yeah, what do you think of all the changes? The grandstand, the net, just the dugouts.
It's amazing. I'm like, you guys are spoiled. You know, you guys got a grandstand. You got the net. We used to have the chain link fence, right?
Oh yeah.
So the past ball game at John Randall.
Oh yeah.
Has changed drastically.
Yes.
Because now it's a different way to score, right?
Yep.
The new concession stand, just everything around here.
Yep. Fouled back. It's 1-2. Yeah, it's quite a change, Ryan, and it's fun to hear your voice come back and just to hear what you have to say about everything here as we come back. You hadn't been here for 10 years, so it's
it's exciting. I get to bring my wife here. I get to bring give my parents an excuse to come back. So
your folks are here too?
They are. Yep.
I saw your dad the other day over at the hardware store. I got to say hi to him.
Yep. So all of that wrapped in one is always a good time.
2-2 with 2 outs, runners at first, and Hawker just sails up way high on that one. And the runners advance to second and third on the wild pitch.
Joe, question for you. How's it, in terms of the last 10 years, what's evolved in, John Randall Field, the teams that have come through? What have you seen what's one of your favorite memories in the last 10 years?
Oh, that 2012 victory for sure in the dog pile.
Yeah.
And then playing Celebrate at the end of that game and watching you guys walk out to the scoreboard to take that championship photo and playing that music and just watching you guys. That's probably one of my greatest memories for sure.
Yeah, that's one that I'll show my kid when he's old enough to understand that. And I hope that he or she gets to experience the same thing too. And that's what life is about right now, is passing down to the younger generation, and hopefully they can have memories like that as well.
Exactly. So I think we're going to get a re-entry here as Sanchez comes back in to run for Butts. So Butts draws the walk, and it's going to bring up Cam Nito. He put me on the spot, B-Dub. What do you think of that?
Somebody's got to keep you on your toes, Joe.
Oh, man.
Can't let
you can tell this guy's put a microphone on before.
Can't let you just sit up here and coast. Come on now.
But it is. I think back to that time several times. Of course, I sat here and watched my son play for many years.
Yep.
Evan played. And
I played with him, too, through some very low times and very high times as well.
And so. Mick brought that up, too, when Evan played the very first season here, and those guys suffered through the 3-30 year, and that was Coach Kappas said, that's the building year, boys.
Yes.
We're going up from here. And
what's cool, too, is you see these guys, they emulate the tradition of Wahpeton baseball.
Yes.
They're playing the game the way it should be played. I see all the highlights on Facebook, and, they're winning ball games.
Yep.
They're winning ball games single-handedly, and that's what we tried to pass on to the younger generations when we left 10 years
And you
ago.
guys did, and it's 2-0 now to Cam Nito. He's 0 for 2 here so far today. And that's what Coach Watson does with the girls and the Lady Huskies. He wants to instill that thing. You once a Lady Husky, always a Lady Husky. Well, once a post-20 player, always a post-20 player.
Yep.
So you want to make sure you can carry that tradition on. Again, Hawker tries the pickoff move to first base behind the runners, and he throws it wide, and we got one run across, and that's where it's going to end up. So coming home to score was Gavin Snyder. Sanchez moves his way at second. Let's see, where am I at here? I got my coloring book going there, Ryan. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
You might need to use a different color over there.
I got one too many colored in here right now, so I'm one run ahead of what they are. So we'll see how this goes for me.
I will tell you one thing that really does upset me, Joe, is that we didn't have the baby blue uniforms when I was playing back in the day. Those are nice.
Those are sweet,
really
aren't
nice.
they? The pants are brand new tonight.
Yep,
and,
I heard that.
And the caps are coming. I guess they are a little bit further behind the pants. As Nito takes low for a ball, it's ball 3. Yeah, they are pretty nice. Coach Kappas has designed some pretty cool-looking uniforms for these boys. So
he does a great job, too. It's good to see him back at the helm.
Yep, it sure is. That one's low and in the dirt and gets away from Fleeflet. Hawkert's starting to struggle here, and that run does come across as Gavin Snyder scores the third run of the inning here, and it's 9-3. And Coach Kappa's coming out for a mound visit. This mound visit brought to you by Carlson Family Insurance, located on 2nd Avenue, downtown Wahpeton. Carlson Family Insurance works for the customers, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their number one goal. It's Mindak Farmers Cooperative night tonight. It's their 50th anniversary. They're giving away a bunch of door prizes, so PA announcer Art Gracco is making those announcements, and it looks like we're going to bring in Nick Zock out of the pen. So our call to the pen brought to you by OSPTI. Brian, we'll take a break. We'll come right back with Ryan Sheely and the rest of this inning here right after this.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto owner's insurance provider. At Carlson Family Insurance, they work for their clients, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their number one goal. Give Carlson Family Insurance a call for all of your personal, farm, business, and crop insurance needs. 701-672-6002 or at cfiagency.com. Carlson Family Insurance, your auto owner's insurance agent.
OSPTI has been the therapy clinic of choice for over 15 years here in the southern Red River Valley. At OSPTI, they strive to have the most up-to-date treatment options available with their hands-on method to decrease your symptoms and ensure quality care. Their motto at OSPTI, we strive to meet your goals. Locally owned on 5th Street North in Breckenridge. OSPTI.
That call to the pen brought to you by OSPTI, your therapy clinic of choice with locations in Fergus Falls, Hankinson, and of course in Breckenridge. OSPTI, your call to the pen sponsor, brings in Nick Zock from the bullpen. Nick was on there warming up, and Caden Hawkert goes to the bench, but Caden will still bat because he was designated at the beginning of the game on Coach Kappas' scorecard as the designated hitter. So Kappas comes out; he will be the designated hitter now for Nick Zock. So Hawkert still stays in the lineup. Ryan, you also threw for post 20.
Yeah.
And played some infield too, didn't you?
Played some outfield.
Yeah.
Pitched. Played a little bit of infield, but
mostly outfield.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was.
You threw some heat, buddy.
I was probably the third or fourth guy on the mound. And that's actually what I ended up playing in college too. Is I was a closer.
That's right.
For 3 years at Jamestown. So
that's right. I remember that.
That was an unbelievable time, and so I kind of found my niche on the mound and went from there. Got him.
And that was very close. As Nick Zock, the lefty, makes his move over to try and keep Cam Nito on. And Brian, you and I have mentioned it many times with Cam Nito, gets that walk, it's almost as good as a double sometimes.
Typically he finds himself at second almost every time.
So again with a left-handed pitcher on the mound, and there he got him that time. Hoffman over to Kappas. The run comes across the score. Kappas back to Hoffman. Nito still in a rundown. Back to Rittenauer. Now over to Zock. Back and forth they go, and this time Nick Zock's going to take the out himself. I'm not going to write down all those numbers. But anyway, it's a pickoff move.
You can't keep track of all those?
I'm not doing that, man.
I thought you were a baseball guy.
That was the third out, but the run did come across and score here as Sanchez crosses the plate with the fourth run. We're going to take a break. Ryan, can you stay another half inning?
Sure.
All right, we'll be right back here, folks, on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge scores 4 in the fourth, and they trail Wahpeton 9-4. We'll be right back on Three Borders Sports Network.
Although Digital Guru is known for computer sales and repair, did you know we also install audio and video equipment for your home or business? We install a range of security systems, including cameras and door access control. Digital Guru also offers next-generation cybersecurity, providing 24/7 monitoring and protection from today's ever-increasing cyber attacks. For more information on the services we provide, call Digital Guru or visit our website today.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million given to Casasa members last year. Dana wanted us to hire a marching band. Amanda thought that we should drop 2 million balloons. And Kevin, well, Kevin always wants to use the money gun. Steve thought, well, what if we just said it?
Last year, First Community Credit Union gave $2 million in Kasasa rewards.
Join in the celebration with your Kasasa account and start earning your money back today.
All right, let's see what we can do here in the bottom of the fourth as Wahpeton allows Breckenridge to score 4 runs here in the top of the fourth, and they lead Breckenridge 9-4. We're joined here in the booth. I'm Joe Schreiner, Brian Watson, and we're joined in the booth again here by Ryan Schilly, a member of the 2012 Central Plains champions. I got a text message earlier from Ethan Mead.
Okay, yep.
He was enjoying all the stuff and talking to Mick and just seeing everybody down there, and he's watching from Montana. So.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of bummed we missed a couple guys tonight, but at the same time, we'll enjoy it for them. I'm sure they'd love to be back, but yeah. I'm
sure. And you still stay in. That one goes outside here to Jackson Fleetfoot, who steps up to the plate, ball 1. So I'm sure you still stay in touch with these guys on Facebook and whatever other.
It's hard not to. In today's technology, it's hard not to know what somebody's doing these days.
Yep.
And, whether someone's moving out to Montana or still in North Dakota, it's great to see what these guys are doing, within the last 10 years post-college.
Yeah, it's just, like you said, it's just fun to watch them.
Yeah. Well, and what's cool about this team, Joe, too, is a lot of us, when we had part-time summer jobs playing Legion baseball, we were coaching Parks and Rec ball.
Oh, sure. You did that together.
And this was like our first round of kids that we
Now, how about that?
So it's cool. I recognize a lot of the names, and wow, have they grown up since.
Wow.
It's kind of cool to see. But you can see the talent at that age, and now seeing it shine through at a much bigger level is really cool to see.
Coach Kappas left the Legion program and went down to coach in that Ripken age group, but that one's hit sharply by Fleetfoot. Going to give it a base hit, or are you going to give that an error?
I got to give him a base hit on that one.
All right, we'll give him a hit. It was stung hard. It was a one-hopper past Snyder, or Konzemius over at second, excuse me. It's going to bring up Caden Hockert. He's going to be the designated hitter again for Jaden King, or Nick Zock. Yeah, Coach Kappas left the Legion program at that time to kind of take a break, watch his boys, both Eli and Caden, grow up, and you coached those guys when they were in park board.
Well, yeah,
huh?
and I mean even
cool.
Caden and Eli too. They were our bat boys. They
yeah,
were
that
part
was
of the squad when they were younger.
And Coach sent me the bio on you guys here a couple days ago, and I read through it, and I just like, that's right.
Yeah,
that's crazy. They were your bat boys.
Yeah.
And they were the size of Trayson.
Yes,
exactly. Trayson's out there right now as a bad boy.
And, I wouldn't have had it any other way either, Joe, because you see, both Caden and Eli, Eli's going to play a big part of the team here in the next couple of years. Caden already is. Along with all these other guys that we used to coach, too. And it's good to see that, especially after, being a little part of their development when they were younger. Ooh. And seeing what they're doing now, that's hit hard.
And hitting that one is Hockert. And Fleetfoot goes to second, Hockert to first on a hard single to left field.
Hockert taking a little frustration after giving up those 4 runs there.
I think you're right.
I like to see that.
I'm sure Coach Kappas was happy about that, too.
I'm sure Caden himself was as well.
Where's the farthest, as Riley Timian comes up, where's the farthest you guys traveled for a tournament or a game?
When we were younger?
Yeah, in your Legion years.
Oh, let me think about that.
Where did you go?
I believe we went up to northern Minnesota at one point.
Did you go to Ely once?
Yes, I believe
so.
Yep,
that's right. I remember that.
And it was always fun going to tournaments like that, too, because that's when you start to get to know your teammates, is when you're staying in hotels together, I can say it now, when you're screwing around in the hotels together.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then you're going out in the field, you're taking care of business, and then you're repeating what you did the night before. So those were the funnest times. You asked me what my favorite memory, Joe, is probably staying in the hotels with the guys outside of the field itself.
Yeah.
We were all hanging out together, and I think that's why we were able to be successful on the field, is because we had such good relationships off of it.
Unbelievable. 1-1 now to Riley Timian. I think that's what builds a lot of things. I know Coach Watson takes his girls. There's a pop fly to left.
Oh, I just missed that one.
Yeah, he sure did. Just got underneath it a little bit too far, and Sanchez
dropped it.
Sanchez drops it. Is he going to get it to third in time? Is there going to be a call?
Whose call?
Whose call?
They're trying to figure out who's got the call.
They're both going to say safe. I don't know how that happened, but anyway, they called him safe.
His foot must have came off the bag.
Must have, because the throw was there, and Nito was stretching for it.
Roberts might have something to say about this one.
Yeah, he's coming out to the field here to check.
He's going to come get an answer, or at least maybe ask a question.
So anyway, standing at third now is Fleeflet. Second base is Hawker. Timian reaches on the air by Sanchez. Now what Coach Roberts wanted to see was Wahpeton coming to the plate here and getting the first 3 runners on after they scored 4 runs in their top of the 4th.
Sanchez just couldn't close his glove on it. Just popped out.
I couldn't see it. It was behind the pole for me, but did you see it, Ryan?
I did, yeah. He had it for a second, popped out.
Popped out, too.
And I thought he would have had him at third, but I think his foot came off the base.
Must have. So the corners are in again for Breckenridge here defensively. Ernst on the grass, Chris Nito on the grass. At the plate, Josiah Hoffman.
Something good's going to happen here.
Is it first baseman for Wahpeton? Takes the outside corner for strike 1. It's 1-1. Hoffman so far was hit by a pitch and scored, and he grounded out to Nito at third. Bases are loaded and nobody out. No room at the end. That one sails outside for a ball, 2-1. You guys were going to go out and do some fielding here during batting practice, but I didn't see you guys go out there.
God, I wanted to grab the bat.
Oh, sure.
I wanted to see if I still had a little something in me.
Well, you should have. I'm sure they would have tossed you
one.
one. Anyway, that one sails up high to Hoffman, 3-1. So, yeah, that was this young man here popped a couple over the fence here in warm-ups.
Yeah, I like to see that. I like to see a little pop in the bat.
Josiah Hoffman, 3-1 pitch. He wanted that one. Foul tipped into the glove of Jackson Riggs. It's 3-2. Again, a nice crowd here, Ryan, for the 4th of July celebration here at John Randall Field. Nice packed crowd down the first baseline, third baseline.
This is always a great game for us, Joe. Oh, there it is.
He pulls that one down, and you called it, Ryan, down the left field line. It's going to go into the corner. Sanchez giving chase. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. Hoffman into second base with a stand-up double.
I had a good feeling about that one, Joe.
You did. You said it. You called it.
Something good's going to happen here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the 4th of July game and then the Boys State game were probably the funnest games for us, just because, as a smaller town Legion team, you'll get a couple hundred people out to the games and whatnot, but when you get the stands full, you can play under the lights against one of your rivals, there's really nothing better.
Gavin Schroeder steps up to the plate. Runners at second and third, nobody out. Snyder delivers, pop fly on the right side. Second base, Konzemius picks that one off for the first out. Infield fly rule was not in effect there because there was not a runner at first base. So 1 out here for Wahpeton as Jaden King steps up to the plate. Yeah, Boys State, that's another bigger crowd here when they can fill up underneath the grandstand here, and they usually bring a lot of chatter with them, and they'd like to talk.
You better be ready. Yep.
And they might boo the home team, but they don't care.
Exactly.
So that was a good atmosphere, too, as well. Pulled down the left field line past Coach Kappas for strike 1 on the foul ball.
What's the next week for Legion Baseball looking like for Wahpeton?
The next what, sir?
The next week.
Next week? I can tell you. I'll look on my calendar. I don't know what the away games are, but I can sure tell you what the home games are. If I can find my calendar. Somebody took my calendar.
I got him.
Hit him?
Yep.
So Jaden King was hit by a pitch, and now the bases will be loaded. And that's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, Jack Rittenauer. So Wednesday night they play Kindred here again. And then I don't know what their away schedule is. I think they've got a Crookston tournament coming up.
Nice.
On the weekend. I think they got Crookston coming up on the weekend of the 9th. And then they're back home again here on the 12th against Devil's Lake. And that one's popped into right field, and it's going to drop for a hit. So a nice RBI single there for Jack, and it's just going to be 1 run come across. So Timian scores on an RBI single by Jack Rittenauer. Nice piece of hitting there. Did he go with the pitch? I just saw it fly out to right field. So.
Yeah, I would say that was a good piece of hitting. He might have got jammed a little bit, but he did what he could with it.
And then on the 20th, Wahpeton and John Randall Field will be hosting the East Region Tournament on the 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. And we got a mound visit here by Carlson Family Insurance. Located on 2nd Avenue, downtown Wahpeton, Carlson Family Insurance works for the customers, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their number one goal. As head coach Chris Roberts comes out to talk to Gavin Snyder. 3 runs across the board. Again, Ryan, I don't think that's what Coach Roberts in post 53 really wanted there to happen in the bottom of the 4th after they answered with 4 runs of their own.
Yeah, that's a tough half inning to go into, especially when you had a little bit of momentum too. And Wahpeton pitching was struggling a little bit. Now it's the time to hop on them, right? And they did. But again, that's what Wahpeton baseball does the best. Is they don't get flustered too easily, and they'll come back and they'll put up a crooked number in their inning.
A crooked number. How about that? Like that. Caden Campus, the leadoff hitter. He's 3 for 3, 2 singles and a double for Caden. And he's got bases loaded for him. Again, the fireworks around the area here. Did that bother you as a player, Ryan, when you were out there playing right now and the fireworks start popping in the neighborhoods?
Not really, Joe, because I think in the days ahead, we were probably the guys lighting off a lot of the fireworks. So we got our fill early enough to where we really didn't distract us during the game anyway.
It's 1-1 to Caden Campus. That's a good answer. And called strike at the letters. It's 1-2 now to Caden Campus. 1 out, bases loaded. Yeah, I've always wondered that, good Lord, when I was out there pitching when I was 18 years old, if there'd have been fireworks going off, I'd have not been a happy camper. Yeah. And there's one drive to the left, and Sanchez drifts over. He makes the catch, but tagging at third and making his way home is going to be Hoffman. And Wahpeton scores their 4th run of the inning here on the RBI sac fly.
It's a good piece of 2-out hitting.
Caden Campus. So a sac fly for him. That'll be the 2nd out. And that'll be the 9th hitter of the inning. Coming to the plate is going to be Tori Ulick.
Tori's another one of those kids, too, that we had when he was younger. And
I bet.
He's like one of the only lefties in the Parks and Rec baseball, so it's good to see him finding his groove at the plate. And does Tori pitch much?
He does. He's probably 4 or 5 out of Yep. He does pitch. He pitched... he's, I think, 2 games that we've watched here. The last time he pitched about 3 innings.
Sure.
But he has pitched for Wahpeton, and he still does. Loves to put the bunt down.
I was going to say he's got some speed, too.
Oh, my goodness.
The best thing as a pitcher is to have a speedy outfield.
Yep.
And I think that's one reason.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely at home in center field like you were, Shield. There's a pulled base hit over the outstretched arms of Kenzemius at second. And it looks like Jaden King will score, and that'll be it as he crosses the plate. So scoring from second base. Another RBI single here for Tori Ulick as the post 20 boys have batted around. Jackson Fleeflet comes up for the 2nd time in the inning. So Fleeflet, so far he's singled and doubled and grounded out once. 2 for 3 for the catcher. This inning gone long for you here, Ryan. You guys are probably
enjoying it though.
You guys are probably having a good time out there. Where'd Shield go?
Yeah, right.
That's a little chopper down the third base line, going to be foul. As Nito picks that one up and gets it back in. Standing over at third base is Rittenauer. At first base is Ulick. The 10-run lead, I don't know if Tori Ulick will run. Coach Kappas might call off the dogs.
I think so. I think he's going to do so. If I know him well enough, I think he's going to keep him.
Yeah, he's not going to show up the other team. He's pretty good about that. And that one goes away, but Tori will take the free pass, and the run will come across, so an insurance run.
Yep.
So going down to second base on the air was Tori Ulick. And coming home to score was Jack Rittenauer. So 6 runs across in this inning here to answer the 4 by Breckenridge.
Yeah, it didn't seem to affect the mindset too much.
So what's in your near future, Ryan? What's going on for Ryan Sheely?
Well, I got my first baby coming here in about 3.5 weeks. Yeah,
that's so cool.
That's gonna take up a lot of my time.
Is it Megan?
Yep.
Is she here tonight?
She is. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
She's in the outfield hanging out with.
She's out there with that crew?
Yep, she is.
Oh, my.
So,
well, bless her heart. I'm sure she's not hearing any stories that she hasn't already
heard. Exactly, right? But that's the near future plan right there. I think it's going to take up a lot of time, but we're excited. We're at that point in life where we've had our fun in our 20s and time to settle down a little bit and start the family. So we're excited about it.
No balls, 2 strikes to Fleetfoot. Swings and misses at that one, and that will be strike 3, and the side will be retired. Well, Ryan Sheely, I'm going to let you go, buddy.
Joe, thanks for having me.
Oh, it was a pleasure. My treat. For me, it was a treat to have you up here, so I appreciate it, Ryan. And good to see you again, as always. And say hi to the family, and good luck in the 3.5 weeks. I'll see it on Facebook, I'm sure.
Yeah, you will.
You will,
Joe. Thanks for having me.
Ryan Sheely with the 2012 championship team and the Central Plains Division II champions. We're going to go to the top of the 5th. Breckenridge 4, Wahpeton 15. We'll be right back. Thrivent and Will Ulick provides clarity for where you are today, confidence for where you go tomorrow. Thrivent combines financial expertise with purpose-based planning to help you with where you are today and where you want to be tomorrow. At Thrivent, Will Ulick can help you address a variety of complex subjects to meet your unique wealth management needs, from retirement planning to investment management and estate planning. Thrivent, what are you invested in? Thrive with purpose. Thrivent and Will Ulick supports all area sports teams and wishes them the best of luck.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Then and down the road. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents.
Welcome back to Three Borders Sports Network. I'm Joe Schreiner, Brian Watson, B-Dub. Sorry, man, you didn't have much talking to do there while I was visiting with the guys.
No, we had a celebrity in the booth there.
How about that?
I like that, huh?
You betcha.
You betcha. There once was a man.
How about that there?
So,
wow, that was fun. Colin Roberts stepping up to the plate here for Breckenridge. He's walked and popped out to short.
It's nice to hear the stories, Joe.
I'm sorry. I hope it was good for the fans too.
It's just nice to hear the stories, get some of the insights of what that team was about, some of the things that happened during that season, and the takeaways that they have. Now that they're older, they look back and they see it totally different. So it's just cool to hear from a coach's perspective and also from a player's perspective. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, it was, and I hope it was fun for the fans. It was obviously fun for me to visit with these guys. I grew up with these kids, and like Ryan said, he played with my youngest son, Evan, and, it just brings back memories.
The time does go by fast, I will say that, Joe. Yeah. He's talking about, watching or being able to coach some of these players that are on the field now and how quickly and how fast they've grown up. It goes by fast, and if you don't take time to enjoy it, it's going to be over before you know it.
All right, so, again, thanks, everybody, for bearing with me on all that, and we appreciate everybody tuning in and listening and watching into Three Borders Sports Network and what we're doing here. We're just trying to make it fun for everybody. Colin Roberts ahead in the count now. 2 balls, 1 strike to Nick Zock. Came on in relief of Caden Hockert.
So Breckenridge going to have to get some work done here in the top of the 5th.
Got to get 2 to make it last a little longer.
Need to try and rustle up 2 more runs here.
Tanner Rabbithead sending one. Uncle Tanner cheering on Caden in post 20.
I better make like I'm working.
Yeah,
the boss is texting in. I better make like I'm working and busy.
Yes, I agree. So that one's popped up, and Hoffman's going to have to play it on the bounce, and he's going to scoop it over to first to Rittenauer. Nice cover. Boy, that was a tough play for Hoffman. He had to come in. It bounced in front of him. Turned around, flipped it to Rittenauer. Good coverage there by Rittenauer.
Just good textbook coverage there by post 20. And, Ryan Sheely talked about it. Brent Mickelson talked about it. It's always a fundamentally sound group, and they do a good job of getting the out there and covering first base as they should.
Greg McNary watching from Watford City. Greg, thank you.
Watford City, one of our regulars.
I got one here that was sent a little while ago. That's fouled away as Chris Nito is at the plate. watching our great nephew and favorite post 20 player, Jackson Fleeflet, Gary and Janine Ingber. So thank you very much for watching Three Borders Sports Network. And I'm sorry I was a little bit late on the shout out there, but thanks for tuning in and watching Three Borders Sports Network.
You got it covered, Joe. We know you cover them.
They watch a lot. I know they make comments on our Facebook page, and I know they watch Three Borders Sports Network and Post 20, and, of course, Jackson Fleeflet, their favorite player. No balls, 2 strikes here now to Chris Nito. Again, we know Chris Nito can pound the ball, too. And he wanted that one. And
jammed him inside.
Came in a little bit high there, too, I think. Yeah. So good pitch there from Zock, and he's 1 out away here from closing it out.
Up next, your first baseman, number 19.
Don't forget to stay tuned, folks, for our post-game show brought to you by Mindak Farmers Cooperative, offering a $2,000 sign-on bonus for full-timers. Dallin Ernst steps up to the plate to face Nick Zock. And there's swung on a miss there as Zock delivers strike 1 to Ernst. Just looking at Dallin, he looks like he's taller than Nick Zock. Nick Zock's on 10 inches higher on the mound.
Yeah, he is. He takes up a lot of space.
My goodness. Swung on a miss. Again, that high fastball.
He's almost like Paul Bunyan down there with an axe.
Yep. Beautiful crowd here, and we'll 0-2 pitch. And he got him in the inside corner. Caught looking was Dallin Ernst, and that is your ball game here. On the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard, Breckenridge 4, Wahpeton 15. We're going to come right back with our post-game show right after this on Three Borders Sports Network.
Did you know that we serve nearly 1,500 square miles across North Dakota and Minnesota? Or that we've been around for over 60 years? How about that we've got 3,000 miles of fiber optics powering one of the best networks in the region? The best part? We're a cooperative. That means we're continually reinvesting in our communities to make them better than ever. We are Red River Communications. We've been recognized as a leader for helping our communities be great places to live and work. To find out how we're helping connect our communities, visit redrivercom.com/connect.
Red River Human Services Foundation provides services to people with disabilities, which enhances their quality of lives and enable them to live, work, and develop relationships in their communities. Red River Human Services Foundation has multiple direct support professional positions available in their Wahpeton, Fargo, and West Fargo locations. Job opportunities include flexible scheduling, competitive wages, on-site paid training, and life experience. Voted #1 place to work for the past 5 years, join their team and apply online at www.rrhsf.org. Red River Human Services Foundation supports all local area sports activities and wishes everyone the best of luck.
The Wahpeton Daily News wishes all area sports teams the best of luck this year. The Wahpeton Daily News thanks you for supporting local journalism, including the Daily News and the News Monitor. Keep up with local news, sports stories, and personal interest stories in our papers. Check out www.wahpetondailynews.com for more information about our e-newsletter right at your own computer. The Daily News supports all area sports teams and wishes all of the teams the best of luck this season. Three Rivers Crisis Center is offering support to survivors of domestic violence, sexual violence, and child abuse in Richland County for now over 25 years. It's free and strictly confidential. 24/7 access to support and resources including counseling. Get help. Identify abuse, plan for safety, support others, and get involved. Three Rivers Crisis Center's 24-hour crisis line is 701-642-2115.
Founded in 1972, Mindak Farmers Cooperative is owned by nearly 500 sugar beet growers and has a rich history of sweetening life in the Red River Valley. Join Mindak's team today. In addition to an excellent pay and benefit package, they are currently offering a $2,000 sign-on bonus for all full-time positions, which includes sugar loader, packager helper, extra gang, and yard person helper. Entry-level starting wage in the factory is $19.73 per hour. Apply online at mdf.coop/careers or contact Denise at 701-671-1338.
All right, welcome back to John Randall Field here. Three Borders Sports Network. I'm Joe Schreiner, Brian Watson. Thanks for joining us here on the Mindak Farmers Cooperative post-game show, offering a $2,000 sign-on bonus. As I'll bring it down here. Take it over for a second, Brian.
Well, it's a good baseball game here on the 4th of July, the annual Stars and Strikes Sweet Border Battle. Wahpeton Post 20 defeats Breckenridge Post 53.
Sorry about that.
The 10-run rule, 15-4. A lot of hits for...
Your line score down there, B-Dub, if you want to go through that.
A lot of hits for Post 20. Four hits, 1 error.
4 runs.
4 runs. 1 hit, 3 errors for Post 20. And then 15 runs, 11 hits, and 2 errors for Post 20.
Caden Hockert started out good, buddy, and had a little struggle there, and then Nick Zock come in and shut the door for Wahpeton.
Yeah, just a shaky start for Post 53. You know, I think if you take away that first inning, it's a totally different ball game.
Yep. I think it is. All right, I got to get down there with the trophy. So can we end the show here?
Well, let's.
Tomorrow night we're supposed to go to Breckenridge, 6:30 game with Brecken-Burnsville, I think. So
we'll see you tomorrow night, I guess.
We'll do that tomorrow. All right, we're going to wrap it up. I got to take the trophy down and present it to the team. So for Brian Watson, Brent Mickelson, Ryan Sheely, I'm Joe Schreiner. Your final score once again. Wahpeton defeats Breckenridge in the 4th of July game Sweet Border Battle, brought to you by Mindak Farmers Cooperative, 15-4. Good night, everybody, and have a safe 4th.